Hey, it's Ed coming to you from Signal Strength Audio. So a little while ago I did a video on these speakers. These are the PreSonus CDL12P. It is a constant curvature array speaker. It has 8 2-inch drivers for the high end, one 12-inch driver for the low end, 120 degree horizontal dispersion, and a 15 degree vertical dispersion. Anyway, that kind of info I remembered. This video is the stuff I forgot. So one of the things that I forgot was the crossover point on this. So most speakers have a crossover point of like 1400 to 2000 hertz in that frequency range. And what that means is the separation between what the low frequency element is producing and what the high frequency elements are producing. So this speaker crosses over at like 400, somewhere in there. And what that does is it allows the high end to the higher mid and highs to be very good for vocal intelligibility. And I believe that's one of the very, very strong points of this speaker. There's a couple of other things that I'll show here in a minute about the back panel, some information on the clipping of this speaker, because that has become an issue with some people. But also, real quick, same company came out with a smaller version of this. It is the CDL10P. It has 6 2-inch drivers, one 10-inch woofer, and it is about 10 pounds lighter. I'm pretty sure the power module is about the same. If they made it less, I'm not sure. But yeah, being 10 pounds lighter, it'd be a lot easier to get around. It is probably better for like sightline when you're doing installs, and even on any type of show that you may have. That smaller profile might be good for you. Something to look at. Check it out. So we'll go over some of the stuff on the back panel and also on the pole mount. Okay, so a couple of things on this back panel. People were concerned with the way this particular module will clip. So what I found out is the clipping is done on the input. So it's not necessarily the amplifier clipping output wise, it's actually clipping on the input. So what I do is I run my input at +2. As you can see here, you can adjust it all the way to +10 to quite a bit negative. So what I found, if I run these at +2, I don't have any issues with clipping. I've had these speakers in front of thousands of people without any issues. Also, if you press the button, it gives you some options. So the first option here is the mode. So this just kind of lets the DSP inside decide what you're doing with how many boxes you have tied together. So I usually run 2 boxes aside, so I leave it on 2. Next is a high pass filter. So if you're running a subwoofer, you can turn this high pass filter on. I can't remember what frequency it cuts it off at, but it helps this be a lot more efficient for just using it for the high end for your PA system. And then down here it has a subwoofer model select, so you can pair it with certain subs. On these units, all you have is PreSonus products that are available for presets. However, you could do some pretty quick figure in and pick one that's close to what you're using. Then there's the brightness, the contrast, and you can reset all the settings back to 0 with that. When you exit it and hit yes, and there you go. So as I said in the previous video, the PowerCon connections are very nice. They clip in and hold very, very well. And then you can use this one to go out to the next speaker. The same with the XLR input. Go in and then out to the next speaker. But like I said, having this set on +2 it seems to get rid of most of the clipping. I did have some scenarios where it was clipping when I had it at 0, but you couldn't hear the clipping. It was more like a limit. So I haven't heard any like bad sounds from the clipping. Yeah, that's the back panel and some of the things that I missed on the last video. Okay, so this is the bottom of the CDL12P. Here's the pull socket. There's two holes here. The front one kind of holds the speaker straighter. If you're going to use just one on a pole. If you're going to use two, this one here angles it down a little bit so you can have two and they kind of level out. But what I want to show you is here, I'm going to take this out of here. There was a time frame, and I'm not sure when it was or how long ago or what models. It could be the regular CDL12 or the CDL12P, that they had a cap with like 2 or 3 tack welds. So this is the newer design. It has this lip with the cap in it. I heard of stories where the ones with the tack welds break and the pole goes up into the speaker and hits the driver. Of course, it's a magnet. It could damage it, and it could be very difficult to get out. So I was advised to put some welds on this. I haven't got to that yet, but this is a couple seasons old, and it shows absolutely no signs of wanting to fail. It seems to be quite new looking, actually. But anyway, that's one of the things you want to look for. Take out the 6 bolts, and you can just pull this out and check it out. But yeah, that's one of the things to look out for. So I hope this video helped you out with the PreSonus CDL12P and the CDL10P. All their information can be found on the PreSonus.com website. If you'd like to see videos like this, I'm going to be continuing to do some. Please subscribe and comment. A while ago I did a video on a giveaway for a Podmaster from CAD. That is a podcaster microphone, I guess. Anyway, I did a comparison with that and the Shure SM7B. You can see that video and comment on that video, and one comment will enter you to win that microphone. I have to limit it to the United States for the winner because of shipping and, of course, the customs issues. But anyway, just comment on what you're going to use that microphone for, and I'm going to pick a random winner. You can actually comment on this video too about that. I will use those comments in the random picking. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and rock on.